Public school leading a daily prayer. Is this normal? My son is in first grade at a public elementary school, and I recently found out his class starts every morning with a short prayer led by the teacher. I'm religious myself, and we pray at home, but I'm uneasy about this happening in a public school with kids from many different backgrounds and beliefs. Does anyone feel like this is kind of weird too? Some parents think I'm making a big deal out of nothing, but others agree it feels inappropriate. Do you guys think this is acceptable in a public school setting, or does it cross a line? We'd love to hear other parents' perspectives. The Supreme Court's majority focused less on the contents and specifics of the prayer and more on who was creating and leading it. The court established that this prayer was written by the state and led by public school teachers, who are government employees. Even though the prayer was short and didn't pertain to a specific religion, the court said that that still counts as the government officially organized a religious activity. The majority explained that the Establishment Clause isn't just about stopping one church from being favored over another, but to stop the government from getting involved into religion at all. When the school set aside time for a prayer and had the teachers lead it, the state stepped into a religious role. The Supreme Court also pointed out the environment, a classroom full of young students. Even though the students were technically allowed to sit out, the court claimed that the children are under strong social pressure to conform. Sitting silently while classmates pray can make a student feel singled out or excluded, making the prayer almost mandatory in the eyes of the young children. The majority of Supreme Court concluded that public schools cannot sponsor or organize prayer because doing so crosses the constitutional line between government and religion mentioned in the Establishment Clause, even if it was claimed as short and voluntary. There are two terms that help clarify the top comment as well: the First Amendment and the Establishment Clause. The First Amendment protects religious freedom in two ways. It says people are free to practice their religion, but it also says that the government can't interfere with religion or promote it. In public schools, teachers and administrators are considered government actors, so what they say and do counts as government action. That's where the Establishment Clause comes in. The Establishment Clause specifically prevents the government from establishing or endorsing religion. When a teacher leads a prayer in a classroom, the school is using its authority to promote a religious activity, which is not allowed. And I want to add two more ideas that help here. The lemon test, and in the case of Kennedy versus Bremerton School District. The lemon test is used to decide if a government action violates the Establishment Clause. It asks whether the action has a secular purpose, whether its main effect advances religion, and whether it avoids excessive government involvement with religion. A teacher-led prayer usually fails this test since its main purpose and effect are religious and the school is directly involved. In Kennedy versus Bremerton is an example of where school-related religion is allowed, as the court allowed a football coach to pray on his own after games because it was a private, personal act, and not something that the school organized or encouraged the students to join. The key difference is that the private prayer or coach is protected, but the school prayer is not.